Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it is Soulfax here, and you're watching me attempting to play Starcraft 2. Now, let's start with this match. This is one of my first matches that I've ever played. This is like a week in my Starcraft 2 career, and I'm playing Terran against this guy who's playing Terran. His name is Corvette, and he is in the orange trousers, I am in the green trousers, and I gotta warn you, I'm really bad at this game at the moment. I just played a week or so, and I have only the basic builds lined up. I only know the basic macro and the basic micro, that is, and I'm not really good. So yeah, this whole series is gonna be me trying to learn StarCraft and letting you know how good I've been or how bad I've been in the last matches. Now I'm going with the standard supply depot and barracks. And he's also going with the supply depot and barracks. He's put his supply depot just a little bit before me, and we're putting it exactly in the same place, at the left side of our respected little entries in our bases. And we're gonna go for the same strategy here. He's gonna go for a wall off. I'm gonna go for a wall off with a supply depot and then a barracks here. Now, the second thing I need to mention is that I only currently own the Start edition of StarCraft, which means that I have only a few, and I really do mean a few, campaigns to play, and I have only one race to play with, so that one race being Terran. And that is the reason why in the next few videos I'll probably only be playing Terran, because I don't have the money to invest in StarCraft 2 as of yet. Now, he's sending one probe here to scout out what's happening in my base, but he'll probably see that it's, well, more or less like his base. Like I said, there's a barracks here, there's a barracks building in my base. He put his barracks just a little bit before me, which not so crucial in the early game, and as you can see, I put up down a refinery here, and this little scout goes in my base uncontested, but unfortunately he goes in this corner, and I think this was a little bit of miss macro by Corvette up there, because I managed to corner him in with my SCVs, and they just went on down on him and destroyed him without any contest whatsoever. I think he didn't even attack back. Now that set me back just a little bit, because I did also build a refinery here, and those few seconds that my SCVs were not mining the minerals will not prove anything vital in this game. What will prove vital is my inability to play normally, and as you can see in the right hand side corner, he's building his first expand. I'm going to do that just a few seconds later than he is. For some odd reason, I was waiting to get enough minerals, and that odd reason being that I pulled up a refinery and he didn't. So that is the reason why he's ahead of me and almost everything. He's putting up the supply depot, as you can see, and I'm only on my first supply depot. One thing that I forgot to put up is this, the scorecard. Now, I love this, the scorecard. This whole interface is amazing in StarCraft, and Blizzard, you got this thing right. That it's really amazing. What else there is? Now, I was going for the normal Marines and siege tanks build. The thing that I did very badly is I did not pull up a second barracks like he did. So he's building his second barracks right now, and I think I did that right around the 8-minute mark, which is really bad, as you probably all know that building a second barracks with a second barracks in mind is really bad. And my second error was building this factory here. I should have gone for barracks first, but I decided to go for the factory because for some odd reason I wanted to go Hellions. I wanted to go battle Hellions against this guy here, and that didn't go out as planned. Now we have a little bit of harassment here, or that's not harassment, that is actually just another SCV drone going here. He's gonna go and patrol on me, but I think he's gonna get taken down by these 4 Marines here. He didn't have a lot of chance, that poor little SCV, but he's a hero. Like, he saw them. He probably didn't saw them from the barracks, but it doesn't matter now. Yeah, what was I saying? I was going for the siege tank and Marines play, and unfortunately I blew that because, like I said, I didn't build enough supply depots. As you can see, he is 46, I'm 30 supply, and I built first. I went with factory first instead of barracks second, which was well, stupid of me. And yeah, that's the main reason why I lost this game, actually. Now, what else is there? He finally put up his both of his refineries in his natural mine, and I scouted this out, and I didn't see this. I don't know how I did not notice this, or I did. I don't know. He's building his third barrack here, and as you can see, I'm still on my first barracks, and I'm already making siege tanks, and that will prove to be my biggest mistake, because I didn't even put a reactor on this barracks, and he didn't put anything. He's just building reactor Tech Lab and Tech Lab. So he's probably gonna go for Stimpack and Combat Shield right away. I actually don't know because I only rewatched this game once. Now, the second thing is I should have expanded at this base somewhere around now, because this is a gold mineral base, and I could have blasted it down easily with this little batch of minerals, marines that I have here, and this siege tank. Now he's gonna go for a little bit of harassment, and by little bit I really mean just a little bit. He's sending only one marine, but I was unprepared. Those marines are here and that siege tank is there, and he will be able, as you will see just in a second, to take down at least one SCV, if I remember correctly. Now here he engages, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? Is he sending these forces? No, is he gonna kill me? No. And he manages to take down one SCV, this little poor guy, and it's totally my fault. This little poor guy shouldn't be dead now. And then I go down on him. I send my mariners, oh, I always say mariners, marines here, try to block him out with the SCVs, but I totally blew it, and he just runs out over there. And in the meantime, I probably even wouldn't notice it if he, I probably wouldn't even notice it. That wasn't the right sense. It doesn't matter. He's building 2 extra bases here, which is really good for him. He needs that economy if he is going to defeat me. Oh, okay, I'm just kidding. He doesn't need, he can just send this and I would be totally raged. Yeah, like I said, I'm a really new player. My micro is somewhat not so lousy, but my macro is, at least in this match, which was recorded 2 days ago, excuse me, was really bad. Now, this little guy survived, which pissed me off when I saw the replay. And now he's building Marauders, which is a good thing because he probably scouted out here and noticed that I was building only and specifically, how do you call them, Marines. Now my second barracks is going down at the 9th minute mark, which is very stupid, and here I totally blocked my tanks going out, which was again stupid. And I'm going for a little push-up here, if I remember correctly, because I wanted to poke out to see what he has. I haven't sent a SCV to recon what he's got, just because, well, it was not more of lazy, it was just like, I don't want to risk it, because look, SCVs are very important for Terran. As you can see, these SCVs are doing absolutely nothing for the last 2 minutes. Yeah, that's how bad I am at this game. My macro is non-existent. Now, they're going up there, and if I didn't spot this little guy over here that's gonna start running over me, again, another Marine scout, if I didn't spot him, I probably would have just died instantly, but he halted my progress just for a second there. He delayed my death just for a second, because look at that force. He just annihilated me with those mortars and that little tank over there, and I absolutely had no chance. I tried sieging my tanks to get this tank down, but that didn't work. And in the meantime, he's put 3 mules here, and he's got this base fully operational. And well, yeah, I'm really bad at this. And here, okay, I got a little center map control, or the free central map vision, but well, there's a big force coming my way, and that's when I saw this guy getting killed. I didn't know how, but in the meantime I was building 1 bunker. Yes, that is only 1 bunker. I knew that he was going to go on a counterattack, because he probably knew that that was all of my forces going there. And I decided to send just 2 Marines down here just in case. And in the meantime, I'm building teams, but very slowly. Like I'm stuck on 2 barracks and 1 factory. 1 factory with a tech lab and no tech lab for the barracks. So no stim or no combat shield. Now he engages here on my command center, and really I can't blame him. There's no one to contest him. And when I saw that force, I just said, like, you can take it, dude. And that's about when I knew that I'm gonna lose this game, because I have only 1 base, and I kind of figured that he has more than 2, 4, maybe 5 bases, and I forgot to take these guys back. I was trying to kill a few Marines here with this Marines that I have here, and for some reason I didn't evacuate this bunker here. I don't know why, but he's gonna just take his time, place the siege tanks here. This guy is gonna go there for some unforeseen reason, and he's gonna just take him out. I try to move them out of the way. As you can see in a second there, and 1 survives, and he is a hero. He's seen horrible things indeed. And Now I'm on the defensive. Well, I was on the defensive since the beginning of the match because he is obviously a better player than I am. And I deployed this tank here, and I was just waiting for him to make the final push. But one thing I didn't count for was, well, I got kind of supply left. I didn't have enough supplies. He's on 164 supply, and I have 35 supplies. That is just pathetic. Look at this. Nope. Control A, yeah. He's got 83 armies against my 22, which is completely absurd. And he's got 80 workers. That is that is quite a lot. Now he's scanning my base, I'm scanning his army there, and that's what I got absolutely terrified, because I saw the magnitude of that army that is going to kill me, and I just like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna spam Marines, and just Marines, and 2 tanks, and then Marines, and this tank gets taken out because I wasn't paying attention to him. I could have actually attacked him, because if he's in range of my tank is in range of his tank. And again, he scans my base, and I don't know why he waited. I think he was being sure that he would get me down and he would defeat me in just one big attack. I think he was just playing with me actually, because as I had no chance. Like, I tried to redeploy this tank here and take up this position with this tank, but again he will move this tank up just a little bit further, as you can see, just in a few seconds, if that actually happens. Maybe just talking bullshit, but again, you see he has 4,000 minerals saved up and 1,000 gas, and here I go in a desperate attempt to build up a starport, which I kind of knew that I'm gonna lose before that even happens. And here he starts attacking my supply depots and my tank here, which is terrible because I need those supply depots. And yeah, he takes them out, and in that time I was like, oh, fuck this, I know I'm gonna lose this match, just gather all of my forces and go for a final push here. That didn't work as well as planned. Actually, that did work as well as planned, because I knew I was gonna lose this. And there it is. I call a GG as soon as he kills this last Marine here, because I'm a very bad player and I didn't have a chance here. Yeah, now, what did we learn from this game? What did we learn? We learned that you need to focus on the tech as well as focus on building a lot of units. You need to make your build order functional, and above all, you need to expand. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Until next time, keep it steady and carry on.